and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a Spiderman cake, and I'm going to start off by filling my cake with my strawberry glaze. I'm going to go ahead and pipe a dam around the cake, and then I have this glaze that I chopped up some fresh strawberries and mixed it all together. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into the middle of the cake and spread that out, as you can see here. So once it's all nice and spread out, it'll look like this. So we're just going to go ahead and put the other cake on top and give it a little push down to go ahead and level it out. Then what I'm going to do next is go ahead and give it a crumb coat. You can also put it in the refrigerator to set up, or the freezer for a little bit. That way when you're frosting it, it's not moving around everywhere. So here I am giving it its crumb coat. Go ahead and finish up the crumb coat, and once it's done, it'll look a little like this. You can place it in the refrigerator or the freezer so it can set up. As you can see here, I dyed my buttercream bread the color of Spider-Man, and I have already started placing a thick layer of icing on my cake. For some reason my camera was not recording, but as you can see, I already started. So you're just going to go around and put on a thick layer and make sure there are no empty spots. And once you have that done, then you can go ahead and start scraping it down with your bench scraper so you can have a nice smooth cake. We also need to have a smooth top. So once you get done smoothing the side of the cake, you can get your spatula and start smoothing the top of the cake. And all you're going to do is bring in all that excess frosting from the sides to the middle of the cake, and that will give you your sharp edges. Once you have completed that, it'll look something like this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start drawing on Spider-Man's web. So I have some icing that I dyed black in a bag with a number 2 wilton tip. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the lines to start drawing the web on the cake. So I'm just going to get a line down the middle of the cake. And I'm just gonna split the cake into different sections. I believe I do about 8 sections. So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the beginnings of the web. So I'm just going to do like a little crescent shape on each section and connect them together to give you this type of look. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for the whole top of the cake, and it'll look something like this. And so once I'm done with the top, I'm going to go ahead and start doing the side of the cake as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start from the bottom with doing that crescent shape. So I'm going to start in one section and move over to the next section and just work my way around the cake like that. So once you've completed all the lines, it will look something like this. So now we're going to go ahead and start piping the border around the bottom of the cake. So I have a star tip wilton and some red buttercream, and I'm going to start piping shells around the bottom edge of the cake. Top of the cake, so you'll need some fondant. Here I have some blue fondant, a rolling pin, a spatula to pick it up from the table. This is an Americolor marker. It's edible ink. So I'm going to start by kneading the fondant to make sure it's nice and pliable. Then I'm going to go ahead and roll it out with my rolling pin. I'm going to leave it a little thick. It is going to be our cake topper. So once I get it to the desired thickness, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out with the number 3 cutter. Marker. You can find these at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to go ahead and start drawing on the web design on the number 3. And what I'm going to do is just draw a line down the middle and draw other lines going outwards. So it kind of looks like a triangle with a line down the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that crescent shape, and so it can look like a web is around the number 3. This is how it will look once you're done. So now we're going to go ahead and start making Spider-Man's eyes. So here, as you can see, I've already made this one, and I'm going to use this as my template for my other one. So I got some white fondant. I'm going to go ahead and knead it so it can be pliable. And I'm going to go ahead and roll this out to the desired thickness that I wanted. I usually use Crisco or cornstarch so I can be able to put it on my surface so it doesn't stick to my surface. you. Maybe there are some imperfections that you want to cover up, so it'd be best to put it in that spot. So here he is with his eyes. So now what I'm going to do so that the eyes can kind of pop out is to go ahead and outline them with some of that black buttercream that I have using that number 2 Wilton tip. I'm just going to go ahead and trace both of his eyes. All complete. The only thing left is to put on the topper, which is the number 3, and as you can see here, it's all ready to go. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos.